So looks like we know how to super jump. That's good. It's always good to see right off the bat. One thing I will say though is some players will get obsessed with super jumping and do it all the time, and then they get headshot by a Widow because they practiced against it, and then they'll be really sad. So make sure you know that the enemy team has. Make sure we're not super jumping all the time against Widows. That's just going to be the thing I say before it. So we'll look at our team comps real quick. Oh, I'll do YouTube intro time, actually. We'll do that first. So, hello everyone, my name is Acapella. Today I'm bringing you guys another VOD review. Today we're doing Hydra. This is a 3.2k game. We're going to be looking at Mercy gameplay today. They said like they feel like they're just kind of stuck, and you're hard stuck, and what they do wrong and how to improve. So we'll kind of be going over with that. Mercy's kind of notorious for being hard to climb with, but there definitely are things that everyone can work on. Right? First off, very, very dangerous super jump. Immediately, you have no idea what team comp they have, and you super jump into a Widow. You're really struggling with integrating super jumps into my gameplay, as it's so awkward pressing shift and control while keeping my hand on the mouse. So I remap by buttons. I literally don't use left shift anymore at all. That may not work for you, but I have my crouch on left alt, and then I think I have my Mercy GA here. I'll go to training range actually. I think I have my Mercy GA on left mouse, or like I have a mouse button on the side of my mouse, so I use that. Yeah. So here, let's see. So like for me, it's not that hard because I'm still able to, strafe, he'll do whatever, and then, right? And then all I have to do is just move my thumb from alt to space to do the super jump, while only having to use my thumb to click, to click. Sorry, I just read chat reborn. To click the GA. So it's not, you don't generally have to click off of your, strafing or left or right click as much. Also, I believe that's Reborn from Tokyo Drifters, and if it is, swear to God. But anyway, so you may want to try messing around with different controls to see what works best for you. Because for me, like, it's not that hard. I don't have to, obviously, like, I don't play Mercy all that often, so I'm not, like, consistent with it, but, like, it's not super hard for me because I don't have to move my handle that much. And then I have E on Resurrect, so we'll keep going. But yeah, if you're being serious, Reborn, Battle Mercy is generally just if you're trying to finish off a kill. Not a whole lot of cases where you want to use it, so... But we'll go back to the game. And we'll kind of see what we can work on, but generally, not super jumping is better than super jumping in a lot of cases, just because of the Widow. Just because Widow's a character, right? It's the same thing as jumping. I mentioned this before, but with jumping, it makes it super hard to... it makes it very easy for you to get headshot by a Widow. So we'll kind of look at what's going on here. Well, that was Lexi who said that as well. Sorry, that wasn't you, Hydra. My bad. So I kind of just went on a rant when it wasn't even you who said that, but my bad. You've never heard that. I think I have said that in literally almost every single VOD review so far, except for this last one that I just did with with Wanderer. I think I have mentioned that at least once in every single VOD review. So now you're fine. It's still good to talk about. But yeah, I've seen some Mercies that are just obsessed with it, doing it, and they end up dying a lot because of it. So right now, you're not getting punished for it, but you are doing it a lot when they have this Widow. If you watch like higher level gameplay, or even like Owl when they play it, like the Mercies there are almost never super jumping. against snipers specifically, and like hit scan as well. Okay. The big thing I will say that a lot of people need to integrate is trusting their other healer as Mercy, right? Especially since you're 3.2k, right? You're starting to get up there in SR. You need to be able to trust your other healer. Unless they've proven that they're trash, right? If they prove to you that they can't hit shots and they can't do their job, then yes, you can play the solo carry style Mercy. But like when he hasn't played poorly yet, you have no reason to ever heal your Hog or your Sigma. You should almost never be healing them, and be exclusively working on damage boosting and keeping alive your squishies. Okay. So yeah, right now you're Hog ints, so we won't talk about that one. And they get nanoed. But looking to get more value out of that damage boost can make you more useful. So that's fine, super jumping and getting away from the monkey. Yeah, we're just keeping this soldier damage boosted, getting as much value out of him as possible. Soldier is a menace if he's damage boosted. He can absolutely melt people when he has that blue beam. So, see here, Sigma's taking a ton of damage. Nice super jump to high ground. Still have to be careful with it though. We nano the soldier. On our left. So positioning's a little lazy. I mentioned this before. We're just kind of standing out in the open like this. And when this happens, like, once again, I mentioned this before, but like as we get to higher and higher elos, you'll get punished more severely for it, right? You stand in the open like this Ana will sleep you, this Zarya will melt you, and their monkey will juggle you. Okay. So be looking to be playing safer and more consistent, right? Obviously you're flying back and forth, that's not what I'm talking about, but when we're just kind of standing around, damage boosting or healing, you need to be a little bit safer. How much damage does Soldier deal with damage boost after the nerfs? He didn't get nerfed, he actually got a rework, like a mini rework with his spread. So now his damage is, he doesn't have spread anymore, he has recoil. So his damage numbers are still the same, I believe, unless I missed something with the patch. Here, I can check actually, 237, we're at, it's 19 instead of 20 actually. Did they change it? Okay, so they did. They did reduce it, okay. It's still a ton of damage, right? Only one less. Like, think of it like this, right? They nerfed the damage, but they made it so he's more reliable. It's a, yeah, like I said, it's a straight up buff, right? Except, like, this damage is the only nerf, but ammo increase and recoil is just a overall buff, right? Because think of it like this, right? With spread, you may be missing a shot here and there, and if you're missing a shot, that's 20 damage gone, just out the window that could have been there. But now if you're hitting more shots, this one damage isn't as impactful as the 20 that you would miss from spread, right? So pocketing a soldier is going to be a very, very reliable thing that you can do now. Where's replace? You're there. I don't remember the number we're at, but yeah, it's a very good amount of damage, and you can absolutely melt people with it. So just keep that in mind, when you're looking for who to pocket. Obviously Hanzo already has the one shot, so he may not necessarily be as valuable as a soldier. I still have to do some testing, so we'll see, but that's just something to think about. Okay, so we're going for the res. Make sure we communicate to our tanks to help us. Obviously I don't have comms. Sigma's dangerous, so we're healing him, it's fine. Pop the Valk. Okay. This Valk is fine. Obviously they back off right as you use it. So it looks like it was wasted, but it looks like they were going to push up right as you popped it. So this is overall fine Valk here. Tanks are taking a ton of damage, so Definitely in shield break Hanzo is still a viable target for sure. Like as for like when you're looking for squishies, it'd be better off to help a soldier. So looking for a res here. Nice little res. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the awareness. You're looking around a ton. You have a good idea of where everyone on your team is at. That's usually a bit of an issue for a lot of players. Is especially on Mercy, they have no idea where their team is at. So like, your Ana's suddenly getting dove, and then you have no idea where she's at. But you're keeping good tabs on everyone. I can tell that. Okay, keep our Hanzo up. Nice, not bad. So it looks like to me is just we need to be a little bit more careful with where we're flying to. Alright. Obviously, nothing's getting punished here. Again, like I said, because your team's pretty much winning the fight. But if this is like a pattern that we're seeing, where you're consistently just flying to wherever and not really caring, it can end up giving you a ton of unnecessary deaths that aren't needed as much. It's like right here, just kind of floating on top of point. And although you are flying a lot, making it harder to hit you. Oh, my FPS is dying. Oh no. Is the stream lagging, guys? No, it's okay. I don't know why my FPS is dropping. Okay. It's really annoying, actually. Let me check options. Okay. Hopefully that helps. I don't know why my frames are dying. Stream is off for you. Yeah, my frames are dipping for some reason. I do not know why. Okay, looks like that fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it. Yeah, I don't like sounding like a broken record, but it's looking like the same thing. Alright, sorry about that. So hopefully that's better. So yeah, like you have a good understanding of the character. Your mechanics are pretty solid. So yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a position thing. I'm going to skip ahead here. See how the rest of the game is going. I want to see third specifically, just because it looks like it's just going to be the same thing. So we'll look at third here. Make sure we're constantly analyzing the enemy team comp, who we have to avoid, who we have to keep LOS of. Obviously, they don't have the Widow anymore, so we don't have to worry. You can super jump a lot more now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's generally the same thing. Like, once again, unfortunately, the way Mercy works, and the way she is, you're gonna get the most value out of not dying, right? But if your team just kind of dies around you, even if you're playing out of your mind, unfortunately, it's a lot harder to carry as the character than someone like Ana. Okay, so like right here, you're standing really still, and if this Genji is smart, he'll just dash slash you and insta kill you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, careful, don't want to go for that res. Yeah, your team has respawns right here and the cart's not there yet. No reason to die going for a res. Okay. Genji goes down, or Genji kills your Widow. Nice eat by your Sigma. Yeah, you are not respecting their team at all, right? And I don't mean that in a rude way at all, but like you just casually fly in front of 4 people, expecting to live, right? You fly over here, and then you literally drop in front. Let's look where they're at. You drop in front of 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have line of sight on you. You are very lucky that the Zarya did not kill you, as you flew behind your Sigma, who's bubbled. But just look how low your health. You should have been grabbed here, and you should be dead, right? So you flew to here, instead of just taking the safe angle and just flying this way, you got greedy and flew this way, right? There's no reason for it, right? Just the biggest thing I can say is constantly be thinking about, you know, where you're flying to, right? Where you're flying to, where you're positioning yourself, and constantly be respecting the enemy team. Like you just stood still in front of a Zarya. Obviously, you were trying to fight your Ana there, but this is an unnecessary death, right? That's a very unnecessary death when you can potentially keep your Zarya alive here and hold the point, right? By the way, if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask me. But yeah, very, very, very preventable death there. And yeah, they're just gonna walk in point. Oh wait. Yeah. Kind of just get melted because of the Zen. You know, you get what you mean. Yeah, for sure. And it's like, it's hard for me to go through an entire VOD like this and tell you specific things you're doing wrong, because when it comes down to it, it's going to be the same thing every time, right? Because like I said, your mechanics are good, your understanding of the game is good, you know who you have to keep alive, you know who you have to pocket, you know all that, right? That's why you're mid diamond, right? You got here because you have all that, right? But to go that extra step, you need to eliminate, you know, the unnecessary deaths, the not respecting the enemy team. You need to get rid of all that, and if you're able to do that, you'll find yourself able to climb super high, right? Like I said, I'm not a Mercy connoisseur, but like I said, my girlfriend does play Mercy, and she's insane. She clutches entire fights just by living, right? She will literally fly to these crazy locations, get around a corner, live, and then fly back across the other map, and just staying alive. And you know, she'll pocket me because I'll be like out of position or something, or like getting dove, and she'll pocket me while keeping herself alive, and suddenly a fight that may not have been winnable can turn winnable. You know, all because she was able to keep herself alive first and foremost, right? By playing safe, not playing lazy with GA, making sure that we were safe at all times. Yeah, play as if they're always going to hit every shot. Play as if you're facing a cheater at all times, and you can, you know, always respect them, right? That was an issue, I think, like 3 or 4 VOD reviews ago. I had a gold Ana player who would just play in front of the tanks, right? And it's like, you know, that may work for you now. You may be able to hit sleeps now, but guess what? When you get higher elos, it's not going to work out for you, and you're not going to be able to climb, right? So breaking those bad habits as early as physically possible will just allow you to climb super quickly as well. You know, as well as high. Okay, so like I said, they have a Widow here, and you're just kind of flying all over the place. Standing on the open, jumping. Just like you're standing on point right now. Oh wait, no, they don't have a Widow. I lied. Don't listen to me. They don't have a Widow. I thought there was a damage boosted Widow up there. But they still have a soldier who's getting damage boosted, and that's still a danger to you because he has a one-shot ability with his right click. I believe if he's damage boosted, he like only has to hit 1 shot after hitting a right click. So just being careful of that. Obviously, your monkey dives a little too deep. Go for the res. Yeah. You probably could have just flew away. Didn't really need to go for that res there. Let's keep going here. See what's going on. You thought the payload covered it? Yeah, the payload moved up a little bit, and you didn't have the help from your monkey or your Zarya because she had already used bubbles, so they ended up just kind of destroying you. So. Okay. Here, this is fine to pocket your monkey so much because he is taking a ton of damage. But if you looked at... Okay. Yeah, they had Blade. We didn't track it, and we ended up just kind of dying to it. I would have liked to see you, jump to the high ground early there. Instead, to keep yourself safe from that. Yeah, and we're gonna reset again. Obviously, your team probably would have lost that fight anyway, because it's Nano Blade and their Genji's decent. But preventing your own deaths can help for self morale. I guess that's a good thing to help. So we have this Genji. Again, you will get Genji players to love you if you damage boost them, if you give them that blue beam. Blade is a... Okay, he just took so much damage there. That's on him. That's not your fault that he died there. But Blade is obviously a team-winning fight. So if you're able to help him get that a little bit faster, you can win that. But yeah, like look at how you're just kind of flying out in the open, and you're forced to use GA to fly into your team when you should already be down there because their soldiers up there, right? Or you should be already be out of his LOS. Okay. Following our Ryan. Aggressive GA, we're just leaving. It's not really salvageable. So just reset. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Pocketing the Genji. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately playing with a Genji and a soldier kind of leaves you in a weird spot where if you super jump to avoid the Genji, you end up in a easy to kill place for the soldier. That was a good super jump to avoid the Genji, but like I said, he still killed the rest of your team. So is what it is. If a Genji is absolutely if a Genji Zarya is absolutely decimating you, I personally don't like suggesting swaps on characters, especially in lower elos. But when you're when you're starting to get higher level like this, it may just be better off for you to switch to a Lucio here, because the only fights that they're winning, really handily winning fights, are with that Nano Blade. And if you're able to counter that with Beat, you can potentially save your team. Like I said, I don't like telling people to switch too often, but if it's something that's consistently happening, then you may need to switch. Again, playing too lazy for the soldier, just kind of staying out in the open. So Nano the Genji, but he gets grabbed, slept, shattered, whatever. Genji in 2020, unfortunately. Keeping the Zarya up, it's fine. We pop the Valk. Don't go for the res. Yeah, very, very risky res to go for there. But that was a good Valk. Allow your team to win that. Gonna skip ahead here. Like I said, I literally just sound like a broken record. Okay. Yeah, why not just play here, right? There's no real reason to play here, right? You're lining up for this Ryan to get a fire strike on you, which happens, and then the soldier is looking at you right there. You can literally just be in here, literally safe from everyone. So keep going here. Keep your Ana alive. Shield breaks, obviously, so we have to be careful of that. Okay. Res under the Tracer. Super dump it out of the way. We're keeping our Ana alive, yeah. Not bad.
I'm on fire, but this switch doesn't turn.
Yeah, I'm really just seeing the same stuff over and over again. I absolutely hate to just leave it at that, but I'm just consistently just seeing this one pattern of things. I don't like spending too much time on it. Right here, let's see. You die here. Let's see what goes on here. Okay. So we pop Valk. Okay, so you go really risky res. You have a Zarya. Don't be afraid to ask her for the bubble there if you're gonna go for that, right? Or if you are gonna go for that, wait until they push past it to go for that kind of res. Skip ahead. The Trippers insulted me because I didn't healers. I felt I had to res. If someone's insulting you, just mute them. Mute, like, someone said this in League. I watch a good amount of League of Legends content as well because I play that game a lot. And so one of the people I watched literally was like, "Yeah, the mute chat is literally OP. It's busted. You can literally win entire games just by muting people." Yeah. She's seen the bubble opportunity. Yeah, so like, you know, communicate to your Zarya, be like, "Hey, Zarya, can you bubble me?" If she doesn't respond, just don't go for the res. Right. Or if you are going to go for it, wait until they push past it or are focused on something else. Yeah, it's too far forward to res. Not bad. Yeah, because like aggressive reses can win entire fights, but you know, don't feel like you have to do them on your own. Like it's okay to ask for help when you're going for them. Okay, damage boosting the Ryan while he swings into the Grav. It's good, but your Ryan gets shattered. And that's nothing we really could have done there. Your Ryan just kind of dropped the ball and let you get shattered. Maybe you could have played it to the right a little bit so you don't get shattered. But that's maybe like if you had played on the stairs or behind the stairs. Wait, how does this shatter you? Okay, no, you step up. Okay. That's really unfortunate that hits you there. So usually that counts as a ledge, but you hate teammates who are permanently in a bad mood. Yeah, I totally understand that. It's that's how it is sometimes. People take this game way too seriously. But if they're being toxic, literally just mute them. I have people where like I'll mute them right off the bat because they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" or "Oh, why can't we have this or that?" And like, if they're just gonna whine, just mute them. There's no, they have nothing of importance to say. You don't need to hear them talk. So go for the super jump, get away from the blade. Dodge it, nice. Little unlucky, we flew right into Orion when trying to evade the blade, but looks like he probably would have died there either way if we didn't go for that. Don't waste res. He's literally in spawn. There's no reason to res here. Now you have a 30-second cooldown as you're about to start a fight. So let's see if someone dies here. Yeah, general rule of thumb, if someone's like near spawn or like is already about to respawn and like they're pretty close to it, like don't res for them. Okay. Just gonna go back and forth. A little bit better on avoiding the but the Genji just kind of dives you while your team's grabbed. We all 5 stack up for some reason. So yeah, res didn't end up mattering there. That's what I was looking for, but your team's just kind of getting a DPS diffed at this moment. Okay, so we go for the Nano Visor, but yeah, look at that Widow. A better Widow hits that shot, right? You are giving me anxiety. You are giving me so much anxiety right now. Standing here. Let's see if she punishes you. Okay, not you. Okay, you backed off a little. Okay. But I mentioned earlier, like I said, if you're getting rolled by Nano Blade, look to switch to Lucio, which is a bit of an issue here. But if you're not going to switch, which is totally okay, you need to be saving Valk for Nano Blade. 100%. You run into Valkyr, and there's absolutely nothing you can do. Oops, I did not mean to do that. We run into Valkyr, and there's nothing we can do to avoid this Genji because of it. Right. Like, we fly to our Widow, but guess what? He has his dash goes just as far as your flight. So he ends up killing 3. Like, if you Valkyr, like, your Widow still dies, but you survive, and then you can potentially look to res your soldier or something like that after Blade ends. So yeah. I think that's going to be it for this game. I think we switched to Lucio to touch. But yeah, game's over. Okay. So, big things that I want to see from you. I've been saying them this entire time, but I'm gonna go over them again just for a review standpoint. All right. Big things we want to be looking at: respecting the enemy team, especially when they have this Widowmaker. Respecting the enemy team, expect them to hit the shot. So, you know, in case you face that one who is able to hit it, you don't have to worry about it because guess what? You're already playing safe, right? From learning about it, right? And playing differently and building better habits, right? So respecting the enemy team, playing differently depending on what the enemy team has. Let's see, Valk to counter certain ults, Grav, Blade, those kind of things are going to be the ones you want to you want to look to Valk. But keeping the number one thing on Mercy, since she's not able to carry like Ana can. Sorry, usually switch off when stuff isn't working, but I tried to stick with one here for the sake of the value that one game. Yeah, for sure. I totally get that. But at least for Mercy, the biggest way that she can carry, like over a character like Ana, you know, who has sleep, who has anti, you know, she has these high impact abilities. The biggest things Mercy can do is literally live. That is the number one thing you can do. As that character is just stay alive and keep yourself and your team alive. That alone can help you win games for free, right? Because let's say you Valk that Blade, right? You get a res off onto your soldier and you keep your tanks alive at the same time, and then this fight becomes winnable, right? And guess what? You can potentially push it into third. Yeah, a lot of preventable deaths. A lot of preventable deaths we saw just from kind of being a little bit lazy with our positioning. Like, your mechanics are good. Your your awareness and your understanding of where people are at is very good. But just making sure that when we Guardian Angel to someone or away from someone, that we get to a safe spot and then we stick in a safe spot until we look to GA back to someone else. So I think that's going to pretty much be it. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, ask me in the server, or whatever. I will be around pretty much all the time, so do not be afraid to ask anything. There's no such thing as a stupid question, especially in coaching. I've heard it all, so don't be afraid to ask stuff. But yeah, I think that's going to be it from me. Thank you for sending in a VOD Hydra. It was really fun looking at your Mercy gameplay. Had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I hope you have a good day. Have a good one. I'll see you guys later. So yeah.